Hello, everyone. Welcome to our last homeschool trivia class of the school year. I know some people do school all year long or take their break in December. We're just going to be traditional here, and we're calling this the end of the school year. And as our last trivia class, we're going to have some fun. We're going to learn about chickens and sea turtles. And then we are going to do a little recap of some of our other trivia classes. If you weren't there, don't worry about it. Still all multiple choice. And we're going to highlight some of the classes we did in case you didn't see them all. In the summer, you might get bored and you want to go do one. So we will tell you what's back there in the archives. Hello, Ashley and Elle and Hannah and Molly have already been here. Just to warn everybody, Elle has done the mini unit study and she has 70 chickens. So she is ready to know the answers today. All right, Katie, can you share with us some special days before we get started?
I sure can, and I apologize for my dark situation here. I keep adjusting the light, and then my computer keeps adjusting it back. So it is what it is. All right, tomorrow is World Parrot Day, which I think sounds very fun. I think parrots are super cool. Saturday is World Milk Day. Sunday is Rocky Road Day. And if you are not a fan of Rocky Road, I think you should give it a try again because I love Rocky Road ice cream. Monday is National Egg Day. So you've got milk and egg 2 days apart, followed by National Cheese Day. So it's like a breakfast right there, 3 days.
I feel like the dairy farmers were in on some of this. And I guess chicken farmers. Eggs would not be the dairy farmers. All right. And let's get started. And chickens are a perfect thing right before Egg Day, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So let's go back in time and think about when and where chickens were domesticated. So let's learn a vocabulary word or review if you are here for our horses. Domesticated means kept by humans, not an animal that lives out in the wild, one that is kept by humans. So when and where were chickens domesticated? Was it the Amazon rainforest 3,000 years ago? Was it the Middle East 5,000 years ago? In Rome 2,500 years ago? Or around India and Thailand 8,000 years ago? Elle, you going to put up question 1 in the chat for us? I'm doing it now in case you forgot that was your job. All right. So when and where were chickens domesticated? Elle says she might purposely slip in wrong answers to throw everyone off.
Yeah. Elle, the troublemaker.
All right. We've got a lot of choices. We've got a couple for D. We got B. We got A. Looks like nobody's thinking Rome. Hello, Snyder family and Tyler.
There's a Rome.
There's a Rome.
All
right. We got some choices for Rome. We are all over the place. Do you know, Katie?
I do not.
What would you guess?
Oh. I really have no logic to guess this.
All right. Okay, Katie has no logic today.
No, on this question.
Oh, okay. All right. Around India and Thailand 8,000 years ago, and I know that picture's small, but that is a red jungle fowl. That would be the wild bird that people took and domesticated and where all the chickens we have now came from. So that is a gorgeous bird there.
It is.
All right, moving on. So let's pretend you decide you want to hatch some chicks at home. All right, and I know Ashley was saying they were going to do this. I don't know if somebody else, well, Elle, I'm assuming you've hatched some chicks at home if you have 70 chickens.
Do you see that Hannah's homestead says they have a red jungle fowl?
Ooh, that's fun. So, Hannah, can you tell us if they're a lot bigger than like your average chicken? Because it was hard to tell from that picture how big they were. All right, so let's say you're hatching chickens at home. Your eggs are going to need 3 of these things, but not one of them. So which one will they not need to hatch at your house? The correct temperature, the correct humidity, that means how much moisture is in the air, enough sunlight, or turning the egg, meaning does the egg need to be turned on a regular basis? So what does not matter for your chicks to hatch? Yes.
So when you say sunlight, is that true sunlight or could that be like fake sunlight?
I think it could be fake.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like a grow light.
Okay, so light.
Yeah, grow light's different than light.
Okay, so like okay, but not doesn't have to be actual sunlight coming through the window.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Where did L start us there? So we have C, C's, B's, C and D, C or D, C. L tried to hatch chicks, but it didn't work because the eggs weren't fertile. Oh, right. So if you're going to have chicks in your eggs versus your Sunday breakfast eggs, then the eggs would have had to been fertilized by a rooster before the hen laid them. So yes, you're going to want to get your eggs from someone that knows, whether that has happened or not. All right, we got some B's, D or C, C. All right. What do you think, Katie?
I'm thinking B.
All right. It is actually C. They do not need any sunlight. So the correct temperature is about 100 degrees. The very small window, it's like 99.6 to 100 degrees. So that is very important. They do need a certain humidity level. So 60% is a little humid. That's going to be more on your humid side. And then the eggs do need to be turned 3 to 5 times a day, but not the last few days. And it's like, so something in like the little egg sac inside doesn't settle. Didn't catch all the details on that. All right. So in our mini unit study, we have a life cycle of a chicken, but here I took off all the information and the dates. So here's your question. How long does it take for a freshly laid egg, I left out a word, to become an adult that lays eggs? So from that egg at the top, going all the way around the circle to when that hen can lay an egg, how long is that? Is it about 3 months, 6 months, a year, or 2 years? How long does it take an egg to go from an egg to a hen that can lay her own eggs? Lots of B's.
I'm saying B as well.
You're saying B as well. B. Definitely have a few more to weigh in. Hello, Damaris. Tyla. I don't know if I said hi to you yet, Tyla. Some people sneaking in here. And I don't know if I said hi to you, Jennifer and Brooke and Logan either. So hello. All right, we have lots of B's, and then we've got a little bit of A's and C's. So it is B. It takes 6 months. So you can actually, come up with 70 chickens pretty fast if it's only taking 6 months from egg to a hen laying new eggs. All right, question 4. What kind of diet do chickens eat? Do they eat an omnivorous diet, which means plants and animals? An herbivorous, I think that's how you say that, which means they only eat plants? Or a carnivorous diet, which means they only eat animals? Which do you think it is? All right. Al's telling us it's really more like 4 to 5 months. Is that from the egg being laid or the egg hatching, L? Because that's a 21 days there. We really want to get picky. All right, we have lots of A's. What do you think, Katie?
A.
You say A?
I definitely say A.
You definitely say A. All
Fully
right.
in on A. It's my final answer.
All right. Well, we're herbivorous. Herbivorous? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Elle? So yesterday, while we're waiting for the last two, was World Otter Day as well. And so my son and I went to a little thing at the nature center, and we don't have any otters at our nature center, but they had a skull for one. So they showed us that we know omnivores are carnivorous because they have the two big teeth in the front for biting meat. And then they have those molars like we do for grinding plants. So that's how you can tell with a lot of animals what kind of diet they eat. And of course, chickens don't have teeth, so that doesn't help us. Elle says I still said it. I'll get it straight someday, Elle. Don't you worry. All right. I think most have said A with just a few smatterings. A is correct. They do eat plants and animals. They like to eat scraps. Like if you just throw your composting kind of stuff out there for them, they will eat a lot of that. As far as animals, they'll eat bugs and worms. And I even saw like small rodents too. So yeah.
Chicken too.
They're not picky. Yeah, they're not
I don't
picky.
think they're picky at all.
No. All right. Last chicken question. How do chickens primarily clean themselves? I'm not saying it's the only way and they don't do any of the others, but most of their cleaning is one of these. Do they flap around in a small tub of water? B, they sit and comb out their feathers with their beak. C, they rub themselves with dirt or even roll in it. Or D, they go and sit in the rain. So how do chickens clean themselves primarily? Do chickens like the rain, Elle, or do they want to get out of it? I think, does Hannah's family, they have chickens too, right? You can answer to. Anybody has chickens. Do they avoid the rain? Do they not care about the rain? Curious. All right. So we're kind of all over the place. We have lots of C's and D's. Although Ella's trying to trick us with her answers. We definitely have some B's. All right. I'm trying to see. Did you already answer this, Katie?
No, I say C.
You say C. All right. I'm not sure if we have everybody, but we have a lot of answers. We're going on. It is C. And I think Ashley put in here, it's called dust bathing. So it's how they get like insects out, oils off of their feathers. So it works for what they're trying to clean off. I know dirt to us is what we are trying to clean off, so it doesn't make sense, but they're trying to clean off other things. All right, I'm going to let Katie do sea turtles, and then we'll come back for recaps. All right,
okay.
Go ahead.
Sea turtles. Sorry, I was reading the answer. Ours don't care much about the rain unless it's really cold.
Yeah.
Okay. Sea turtles. Question 1. A sea turtle is a type of fish, reptile, mammal, or amphibian. What kind of animal is a sea turtle? Fish, or reptile, mammal, or amphibian?
I like your colors for your slides.
Be pretty. It's just based on the picture there of that first sea turtle.
Some of my favorite colors.
Yeah, mine too.
All right. Elle is definitely hedging her bets today by picking all 4.
We got lots of B's though. And some C's. Okay. And an A. I think we have everything. Or do we have any D's? I don't know. Oh, yeah, we got L's, D's. Okay. It is a reptile. So the defining traits of reptiles include lungs to breathe air. So they have to breathe air, which means that sea turtles are going to go up to get their air. They're cold-blooded. They have a backbone, and they mostly have dry, scaly skin, although Randy and I were just talking about an alligator that I held that is actually kind of soft. So I don't know about that. And then the last one, I think says lay eggs. Does it? My thing is covering it. Okay. And they lay eggs. So those are some of the main traits that define what makes an animal a reptile. So a sea turtle is a reptile. Question 2. So like I said, they lay eggs. Where do sea turtles lay their eggs? Do they lay them on land, on the ocean floor, inside seaweed, like they lay them inside seaweed to like stick, or in a boat? What do you think? Where do they lay their eggs? On land, on the ocean floor, inside seaweed, or in a boat?
So Tyler has told us that they have 2 tortoises, which makes me wonder, what is a turtle and a tortoise the same thing? Are they different things? Are they different animals?
They are, hang on. Either one of them, I think, they're different, but I think that they're just, one is above.
Right, like frogs and toads
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
My son was here, he could tell us that without Googling it. But yes, they're definitely different though, because one of them will be living in or around water primarily, and one is on land. Legs are different.
Gotcha.
All right, so what do we have? We have lots of different things.
We do.
Right,
I'm going to go with A myself.
Okay. All right. Randy is saying A. So it is on land. Other than laying eggs, sea turtles stay in the water all the time. They stay in the ocean all the time, other than laying eggs. So we've got a picture here of a female who's coming out to lay her eggs. And what I find absolutely fascinating is females actually return to the same beach where they hatched, or the egg that they came out of was laid. So they actually return to the same beach. And then there's a picture of the eggs. She goes and she digs a hole and she lays all these eggs, about 100 of them at a time. And then all of the little babies, the hatchlings, come out at the same time. And then they run as fast as they possibly can towards the water. And sadly, a lot of them don't make it. But that is the process of how they do this. So the female comes out and lays the eggs on land. And then all these little guys return to the water they get to the water if they can. How they know how to do that, it's fascinating. And then if they're a female and they're going to lay eggs later, they come back to that same beach. All right. Where do sea turtles live? So you can look at my little pictures there. A is north of the equator, but in both hemispheres. So they lay north of the equator, but on both sides of the hemisphere. South of the equator on both sides of the hemisphere. North of the equator, but only in the western hemisphere, or south of the equator in the eastern hemisphere, or all of the above and then some. So look at the little pictures, the little A, B, C, and D. Where do you think sea turtles live? Looking at what we have. All right, so we have an E, an E.
Yes, Hannah's Homestead, there is an E now. We're changing it up.
Yes, sometimes I do that. Sometimes
Keeping
I'll
you
come
on
up
your
with an E.
toes.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably go with E. I mean, I would definitely go with C, but I'm thinking it's probably E.
I think that's all we've got so far, isn't it? E. All right, it is E. See that picture, the map? I know it's pretty small, but you can see all those little turtles. They're all over the place. Now, they don't go, they do say that leatherback sea turtles can go more north than most other sea turtles, but it's only if they're going into the Arctic and stuff. But like leatherback can live where it's colder, so they'll go further north and further south. But yes, so they're relatively close to the equator, but they're all in the eastern and the western, both hemispheres. So they're in every ocean.
Not the Arctic.
Well, it says every ocean basin. And the Arctic, I'm not sure how far the Arctic Ocean actually comes down. They did say leatherbacks can be I forgot how they put it, but maybe like southern Alaska. So maybe
Oh,
partly
all
the
right.
Arctic, but yeah. So they are everywhere almost. Okay. How many species of sea turtles are there? 1, 7, 34, or 82? So how many different kinds of sea turtles are there out there swimming around? I love this picture of the face. Yeah, we've got B, C, D. What do you think, Randy?
C.
Okay.
My second runner-up question or answer would be B.
Okay. I think we have it all. He's just a happy little sea turtle. All right. We actually did a type of tortoise long time
In Africa or something, right?
Yeah, the big giant tortoise. Okay. So the answer is B.
Okay.
There are only 7 kinds, and there's the list right there. So there's only 7 different kinds of sea turtles in the world. You can see the whichever kind. The leatherback is the biggest, and the Kemp's Ridley, I think, is the smallest. And the Kemp's Ridley was almost oh wait, no, never mind.
Extinct. Oh.
Got ahead of myself.
Okay.
I took Randy right with me. All right. How many species of sea turtles are endangered? So there's 7 kinds of sea turtles. How many are endangered? 1, 2, 5, or 7? What do you think? How many of them are in danger of becoming extinct?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm with Ellen Damaris here and Hannah with the D. I hope Ashley's 9-year-old.
I know. I hope. Okay. The answer is, do we have everybody?
I'm not sure we've had a lot of people.
Okay, we'll go. The answer is all 7. So
Yeah,
all 7
what I
of
was
them are
afraid of.
listed as endangered. A lot of it's due to human pollution. Like they do, they'll eat like bags if they're in the ocean. They like mistake them for jellyfish and stuff. And they get, and then also unsafe fishing practices. They get unfortunately caught in a lot of fishing nets. They have this there's a device that if fisheries use it, it helps tremendously. And a lot of countries are using it and stuff. So it's helping tremendously. But yes, so where the way we can help is not to litter on the beach.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So I got that there, so I wouldn't say anything else.
And I know where we go to the beach, they outlawed plastic bags at the grocery stores years ago.
Yeah.
All right. It is time for our recap. So I'm going to do 3 questions about topics I've covered over the last 27 weeks. And Katie is then going to do 3 questions about topics she has covered. So let's go. All right. So we learned about a bunch of different natural phenomena this year. Okay. You can see 4 of them down below. And I want to know which one is caused by how light is bent. Okay, so is it northern lights, rainbows, full moons, or clouds? Which one of those is caused by the bending of light? What do you think? And yesterday we're at the nature center. There was this like touch pool thing where you had tongs and you could dig for stuff under the water, but you could only see it if you look through the side. But then when you look through the top, I think this is a perfect example of how light bends because we cannot see from the top what is really occurring under the water. All right. Let's see. I think Elle forgot to put our question. Oh, wait, I got to scroll down. I'm not at the bottom.
Bye, Tila. Thanks for coming. Yeah, she put question recap.
Okay. I was up on the thread. There we go. We got a B, an A, a B, B, A. Okay, so we have lots of northern lights and rainbows. Did anybody see the northern lights a couple weeks ago? I went to bed because I thought, you know how like the news will make big deal out of something and then it doesn't happen, or you go see the solar eclipse and it's cloudy. I was like, I'm going to bed. And I missed it all. All right, Ashley saw the northern lights. Awesome. Okay, moving on. Moving on. The answer is rainbows. So the light comes into the water drop and it bends, and then that is where you see a rainbow. So if you didn't catch our northern lights class, that was number 18. Rainbows was the next week at number 19. Full moons was way back in the beginning. It was our second one. And then clouds were just 2 weeks ago, number 26. Al missed the northern lights as well, but the Snyders saw them. All right, Jennifer's Brooks says this is too easy. Let's see if we'll stump you with the next one. All right. So we also talked about some food and drinks this year. Which of the following originated in Central America? Was it tea, marshmallows, hot chocolate, or pumpkins? Which one originated in Central America? Katie, I think you were here for all of these classes. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at two. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is, but there's another one that's making me hesitate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Did you do that on purpose?
Yes.
Did you do that on purpose?
I only had so many foods and drinks to choose from, is more what it is. But yes, two, hopefully you can eliminate easily. And then, yeah, one is the right answer and one was nearby.
I'm trying to think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So where did I'll put us right there? So we have A's and a D. So we're thinking T, and then we've got to guess for pumpkins. And then Hannah's Homestead is just going to hedge their answers and guess everything.
I think it's C.
You think it's C. All right. Anybody else want to jump in? Anybody think Katie's right?
D was the one that was
A's right.
Okay. Now I'm all nervous.
All right. You're right, Katie. All right. So T came from China, and that class was number 11. So if you were thinking tea, you just got your drinks mixed up. You knew it was a drink. Marshmallows, I'm thinking it was France. I know there's a big French connection in there. So that was class number 4. Hot chocolate was number 16. Pumpkins originated in Mexico. Mexico is North America. So that's how that was close. Mm-hmm. You got it. And that was our very first class. All right. We are moving on to my last question. The other thing we learned a lot about is animals, right? There are a lot of animals. So our question 3 is which animals do not belong to the same group? So I have pairs of animals here, and 3 of the pairs belong to the same group. I'm not going to tell you names of groups.
Got it.
And 2 do not. So do narwhals and sled dogs belong to the same group? Penguins and owls, are they in the same group? Worms and frogs, are they in one group together? Chickens and cardinals, are they in one group together? Okay, so which pair of animals are in different groups? And 3 of these have been very recent, including today with the chickens. The worms and frogs were recent. All right, Snyder family is thinking narwhals and sled dogs. If you missed our narwhals are real animals. Lots of people think they are imaginary because they have a tusk like a unicorn does, but they are real. All right, I'm assuming, say that, Katie.
But unicorns are not.
Unicorns are not. This is correct, as far as we know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you would know this, Katie.
I do know
It would
this
be
one.
unfair to have you guess. All right, let's see. So we've got narwhals and sled dogs. Another thing's chickens and cardinals. We got another for A, and then a worms and frogs, and A or C. For some reason, Hannah's Homestead is showing me weird circles.
I think
Maybe,
that's
that's a emoji. I thought it was like a spinning, like it would
no, I think it's an
load.
emoji.
I gotcha. All right, L is glitching too. Okay. Do you want me to reset L? All right, the answer is worms and frogs are not in the same group. So narwhals and sled dogs are both mammals. And I've got the numbers of their classes up there if you want to go back and do those. Penguins and owls are both birds, even though one flies and one does not. Chickens and cardinals also both birds. Worms do not have a spine. So that puts them in a whole different group than all the other animals up there. And then frogs are amphibians. So worms are a certain type of invertebrate. Yes. All right. I'm not going to read you all the numbers, but if you want to go back and do one of those animals, there are the numbers of classes. All right. Are you ready, Katie?
I am.
All right. Katie's recap is coming.
Here we go. And I did a lot of animals too. So, which of these animals lives only in the Arctic? Ferret, muskox, woodchuck, or wombat? Which one lives only in the Arctic? Got your ferret, your muskox, your woodchuck, or your wombat? What do you think? Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't put letters, did I? My apologies. You're going to have to type out a whole word.
My. Practice some spelling there.
Mm-hmm. Spelling and typing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Only in the Arctic. So sorry, Elle.
Elle, you like to type a lot anyway.
I was going to say.
You do.
Mm-hmm. All right. We ready? It would be the musk oxen is the one. He lives only up in the Arctic. And there's the classes that we have. So the ferret was in 20. The musk ox was, I cannot read because it's covering it up.
10.
Thank you. And the woodchuck was 13. And the wombat is 17. The wombat is in Australia. And the woodchuck is like, I think just North America. Now I can't remember, but you could go watch class 13 and learn about it. And then the ferret is a domesticated animal that we have all over because they like domesticated.
So does it not live in the wild?
There is one type that still lives in the wild called the black-footed ferret. But when we did the class, we talked mostly about the domesticated kind, and the black-footed ferret is a North American animal, but he's pretty rare.
Okay. I think that was the class I missed.
Oh, okay. Well, it was class 20. You can go back.
Okay. I could watch it this summer when I'm bored.
Oh, what did I do? Did I go too far? Uh-oh.
No, you didn't. You're fine.
Okay. Which of these holidays occurs on the second Monday in May? Mother's Day, Leap Day, Veterans Day, Easter, or May Day? I obviously did a lot of holidays. I think I didn't even get all of them.
Yes, you do like your holidays.
I do like my holidays. Which one occurs on the second Monday in May?
Why is Katie a trader? Why does it say question 2 trader Katie recap?
Where? Oh,
and what Elle is doing.
Why am I a trader, Elle?
All right, we got one Mother's Day. Wow, you are making everybody type out everything.
I know, but look at them.
Maybe that was Elle's comment.
Oh, maybe. But look at them typing like that. Good typers.
Elsa, she has spell. That's okay. It's good for you, El.
It's good for you.
Practice
All right.
makes perfect.
We've got Mother's Day, got a May Day, Veterans Day, May Day and a May Day.
More May days.
May Day. All right. It was Mother's Day. It is on the second Monday in May. May Day always occurs on May 1st. So that might be who knows what day of the week. Leap Day occurs once every 4 years on February 29th. Easter completely varies based on different things or something different. And then Veterans Day is always November 11th. So, and there's the class numbers for all of those.
All right, Katie, I feel like this was a trick question.
Why?
Well, I didn't catch it on the question. I got on the answer.
It's wrong. It's Sunday.
You said Monday. What's the question say? Does the question part say Sunday?
No, I'm sure. I don't change that. It's
okay.
gonna look. It says it. I'm
okay.
sorry.
I didn't even catch it.
Sunday.
First
Yeah.
time. No wonder somebody was saying May Day.
I know. That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
It was Sunday. It's always
we will
the second
recover.
Sunday in May. Mother's Day. Don't forget. Don't use that as an excuse.
I'm going to proof your next question.
I know. Really? Okay. Ready? That was pretty easy. Which of these is an amphibian? Jellyfish, corvid, axolotl, or aldabra? Thank you, Elle. I told you that I also had another little thing, and I was trying not to point that out. On my Mother's Day, I had the symbol on it. I was all a mess today. All right. So which one of these is an amphibian? A jellyfish, corvid, axolotl, or aldabra? Now, obviously, I didn't put pictures here for a reason, but these are all things that we worked on, that we studied for trivia, or that we learned about for trivia. So we have C, B, A, all. If I was going to have all, I would have E. There's my E.
I don't remember what the aldabra is. I know you can't tell me right now, but when you get to the answer, tell me.
All right, ready? It's the axolotl is the amphibian. Jellyfish is a fish. A corvid, remember, is a type of bird that's a raven or a crow. And then the aldabra, I didn't put the whole thing, but it's a giant tortoise. That's the one that we studied.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So the aldabra is a giant tortoise. And there's the class numbers that we worked on those. So it's the axolotl, that's the amphibian, and only found in one small portion of Mexico that's close to Mexico City.
That's right. Very cool.
So that is all.
And that is it. That is the end of this season. I have been teasing that I want to get Katie to come back to do something about the Olympics in July. So good call her out here in front of everybody. I've got Melissa on board too. I called her out one week in front of everybody. So
I think we should. Obviously, finding the day will be the challenge. But I'm game.
We'll figure it out and we'll let you all know. So thank you so much for joining us and participating so much. I love our chat thread. There's so much going on in there. Al says, no, I don't want you to end trivia. We're just taking a long vacation now. Okay. We will be back. All right. So anyway, you all have a good weekend. Have a good June. And we will come back hopefully for the Olympics, Al. Okay. All right. We will see you all later this summer. Bye.
Bye.